Greetings from warm, very warm Barbados. I know across the Caribbean, some of you are having some weather at this time. I know in the northern part, Cayman Islands, there are thunderstorms today, but nevertheless, we will send you some of the heat from Barbados. Welcome to our first cabinet meeting for 2023-2024, and it's a hybrid format. And we welcome back some of you back out in person. This meeting now stands officially called to order. Kindly stand for the national anthem of Barbados. Lions, I'm your district governor, Carlisle Goddard. I now hand over to my counterpart, Lion Dwayne Goddard, to bring us an invocation.
Greetings, fellow Lions. Let us bow our heads. Sovereign God, we, your humble servants, come before you with hearts of thanksgiving. We give you thanks for allowing us to be here today. We pray your blessings over this meeting. Guide every agenda item that they may be executed as you will. We pray your divine blessings upon the leadership of our clubs, the zones, the regions, and the cabinet of the sub-district led by our district governor, Lion Dr. Carlisle. Inspire them for service as this year we seek to personify the true heart of the Lion. May our impact be great and our care and service felt far and wide. We thank you for a successful year, and we continue to covet your presence among us. In and through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you very much. Lions remain standing as we observe a moment of silence for world peace. I'd like to invite Lion Cornelia Moses to read our Lion's Code of Ethics. Lion Cornelia.
To show my faith in the worthiness of my vocation by industrious application. To show my faith in the worthiness of my vocation by industrious application to the end, that I may merit a reputation for quality of service, to seek success and to demand all fair remuneration or profit as my just due, but to accept no profit or success at the price of my own self-respect lost because of unfair advantage taken or because of questionable acts on my part. To remember that in building up my business, it is not necessary to tear down another's, to be loyal to my clients or customers and true to myself. Whenever doubt arises as to the right or ethics of my position or action towards others, to resolve such doubt against myself. To hold friendship as an end and not a means. To hold that true friendship exists not on account of the service performed by one to another, but that true friendship demands nothing but accepts service in the spirit in which it is given. Always to bear in mind my obligations as a citizen to my nation, my state, and my community, and to give them my unswerving loyalty in word, act, and deed, to give them freely of my time, labor, and means, to aid others by giving my sympathy to those in distress, my aid to the weak, and my substance to the needy, to be careful with my criticism and liberal with my praise, to build up and not destroy. Lions Code of Ethics.
Thank you very much, Lion Cornelia. We'll now have the Leo Club Objects by Leo Chanel Edmond.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Leo Objects. To provide the youth of the world an opportunity for development and contribution, individually and collectively, as responsible members of the local, national, and international community. To stimulate among the members acceptance of high ethical standards. To develop leadership, to provide experience through service to the community. To provide an opportunity to promote international understanding. Leo Objects.
Thank you very much. Lions and Leos, please be seated. My fellow Lions and Leos, I do apologize for a late start and our technical difficulties, but coming out for the first time, there must be some difficulties. Otherwise, life will not be exciting. But we're moving on very nicely with our agenda, and we're at item 7, which now brings our first captain in waiting, Lan Alan Alexandra, first Vice District Governor, to bring us welcome and introductions. Lan Alan.
My fellow Lions, Leos of Sub-District 60B, honored guests from the multiple district and beyond, good afternoon. It is my pleasure as your first Vice District Governor of Sub-District 60B to welcome you today with a spirit of unity and purpose as we convene our first cabinet meeting for this Lion District year with the patronage of our host, Lions Club of Barbados South, under our profound theme this year, I am because we are. This theme encapsulates the very essence of Lions, the idea that our individual strengths, aspirations, and accomplishments find their true meaning in the collective effort of our community service. Guided by these principles of service and a shared commitment to positive change, the Lions of Sub-District 60B have consistently demonstrated their unwavering dedication to improving the lives of those in need. As we embark upon this meeting, we are reminded that our actions reverberate far beyond our individual capacities. They have the power to uplift communities, transform futures, and sow the seeds of lasting impact. It is now with great honor and enthusiasm that I introduce the dedicated individuals who constitute the souls and heart of our Lions community. And present among us at the head table and virtually is this illustrious group of Lions, each representing a unique facet of our shared commitment to service, fellowship, and positive change. These attendees include past International Director, Lion Nicolin Carolyn Moore, LCIF Constitutional Area, and Malcolm Kerwin. Chairperson, Leo Advisory Panelist, Leo Michelle Smith Abru, Leo Advisory Panelist for Constitutional Area 1, Lion Avalon Forbes. Our Council of Governors Chairperson, Lion Shibiki Kazabon. District Governors of 60A, Lion Natasha Hamilton, and our own Chairperson and Distinguished Governor, Lion Dr. Carla Goddard. I'd like to welcome as well the multiple district team leaders, New Voices coordinators, immediate past district governors of 60B, Lion Nicholas DaCosta, vice district governors, Lion Judy King, and myself, yours truly, Lion Alan Alexander. Our multiple district committee chairpersons, past council chairpersons, past district governors, council cabinet secretary treasurer, Lion Carla Raphael, cabinet secretary treasurer, District 60B, Lion Nicola Callender, District Lions and Leos, New Voices coordinators, region chairpersons and zone chairpersons, district committee chairpersons, Lions and Leo club presidents. Together, as a harmonious chorus of dedicated individuals, we embody the ethos, I am because we are, acknowledging that our individual contributions are strengthened immeasurably through collective action. Thank you, Lion District Governor, and may our deliberations be fruitful and harmonious. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your warm welcome, Lion Allen. Lion IT Committee, just ask you to please check the waiting room. There are a few senior lions saying that they're not getting through. So if you'd be so kind to help us out, thank you so very much. We now move to item A, apologies for absence.
Thank you, District Governor. Other distinguished lions at the head table and in the hybrid audience. Good evening. Excuses have been received from past District Governor Lion Joan Jordan, MJF, past Region Chairperson Lion Anthony Branch, MJF, and Lion June McCarthy, past Council Chair, PMJF. And Lion Denise Forrest, past Council Chairperson. Thank you, District Governor.
Thank you so very much, Capsec. We move on to item 9, minutes of the 4th cabinet meeting held on May 7, 2023. These were circulated online and were already discussed at our pre-cab minute. So we now move So the minutes haven't been circulated. You want to pull them up? We now move for confirmation of the minutes that were circulated.
Lion District Governor, I move that the minutes of the 4th cabinet meeting held virtually on 7th May 2022 be confirmed. Lion Judy King, 2nd Vice District Governor.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lion Judy. Second of the motion.
Lion District Governor, I beg to move the motion to second the minutes be confirmed. Lion Christopher Emmanuel, PMJF, Zone Chairman 3B.
Thank you very much, Lion Christopher. Minutes have been discussed. There were no matters arising from those minutes. So we now move on to the minutes of the 2nd transition meeting of the cabinet held on the 21st of June, 2023. Those minutes were circulated, discussed, amended at pre-cab. So can I have a motion for the confirmation of those transition cabinet meeting minutes?
Lion District Governor, I move that the minutes of the special transition cabinet meeting held virtually on 21st of June, 2023 be confirmed. Lion Allen Alexander, first Vice District Governor.
Thank you, Lion Allen. A seconder.
Lion District Governor, I move to second the motion for the confirmation of the minutes. Lion Vilma Campbell, Region 1 Chairperson.
I thank you so much, Lion Vilma. So Lions, that's how we deal with the minutes. We discuss them, we distill them, and then we present any issues. And so far, no issues have been identified. We now move to correspondence. Lion Capsec.
Correspondence. Okay, just- Yeah, there we are. District Governor. Outgoing correspondence. We had many pieces of outgoing correspondence. The highlights being the District Governor's introductory greetings for the Lionistic year, introductory letters from the district chairpersons, zone chairpersons, region chairpersons, District Governor's goals and action plans for membership, leadership, and service were circulated. District Governor's message on International Youth Day, invitations to the first cabinet and pre-cabinet meetings, and of course, the semi-annual dues invoices. Incoming correspondence. Correspondence was received, and this was around June 15th, so you would have missed this, but it's important. From Lions Club International Foundation indicating their District Governor, Nicholas DaCosta. I am pleased to inform you that the district and club community impact grant has been approved by LCIF in the amount of $6,804. I take this opportunity to congratulate you and your fellow Lions for your efforts on behalf of those in need in your community. In order for us to begin the grant disbursement process, we ask that you provide the following. Of course, the list of the following is indicated: signed copy of the grant agreement, completed banking information, and the W-9 form. And this was from Galia Miranda at Lions Club International. Correspondence number 2, incoming. Respected District Governor, I hope this email finds you in good health and high spirits as we continue to work together towards our shared mission of service and community engagement. I am excited to provide an update on the progress we've made in fostering stronger Leo-Lion collaboration through the Leo-Lion Cabinet Liaison Initiative. Even our international president has special focus on Leo-Lion collaboration and has announced award criteria for the same as well. Qualifying criteria include district governors must appoint a Leo or Leo-Lion cabinet liaison by September 30th, 2023 to be eligible. District governors of the top 5 districts in each constitutional area with the highest percentage of Leo clubs receiving the Serving Together Award will qualify to earn an International President's Award. Leo-Lion Cabinet Liaison of qualifying districts will earn an International President's Leadership Award. You will also agree that the youth will play an important role in making sure we comfortably achieve our targets of Mission 1.5. As leaders of the district, your influence and motivation will play a key role in providing the Leos with a platform to transition from Leos to Leo-Lions. As we move forward, I encourage you to continue supporting the Leo and Leo-Lion program and also promote the collaboration of Leos and Lions. By nurturing this collaboration, we are sowing the seeds for a stronger, more resilient community impact. Let's embrace this opportunity to strengthen the bond between Leos and Lions and create a legacy of service that will inspire generations to come. Thank you for your dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment to our shared mission. This was received from Leo Lion Liaison, Board Liaison, Lions Club International. Correspondence 3. Dear Lions Club of Grand Cayman, I am pleased to inform you that the Leo Club of Georgetown Cyber was officially chartered on August the 15th, 2023. The club's ID number is 155727. To ensure your Leo Club serves effectively, please use My LCI to update Leo Club member, officer, and service activity information. The Leo Club advisor should receive a package soon containing Leo Club organization materials, which includes 1 Leo certificate of organization, 2 Leo Club extension certificates, a Leo Club sponsor kit, 1 Leo Club officer kit, and of course, lapel pins. During a special ceremony, present the certificate of organization and recognize Leo members with the Leo lapel pins. Recognize the Leo Club advisor, sponsoring Lions Club president and/or Leo, who was instrumental in organizing the new club with the extension certificates. Received from Lions Club International Member Service Center. Received from the president, the international president, received August 17th. Dear Lion, changing the world begins with us, but we are not supposed to do it alone. Collaboration is the key to delivering meaningful and lasting outcomes in your community. That's why inviting more great members just like you can help your club and community reach their full potential. Let's start with planning ambitious service that addresses the biggest challenges facing our communities. Then, let's bring in new members to help us make an even bigger impact. You know the difference one Lion can make. You know the difference your club has made. Together, we are changing the world one life, one relationship, and one community at a time. Yours in service, Dr. Patty Hill, International President. Last but not least, yes, last but not least, received August 26th. Dear District Governor and LCIF District Coordinator, congratulations. Your district has qualified to participate in Lions Club's International Foundation's District and Community Impact Grant, or DCG program. DCGs allow eligible clubs and districts to utilize some of their donations to Lions Club's International Foundation to apply for a grant to support local humanitarian projects. Your district earned additional credits during the 2022-23 fiscal year and may apply for a DCG of up to US $18,162.68. If you decide to apply for a grant this year, LCIF recommends consulting your immediate past district governor during the application process. Once again, congratulations and thank you for your financial support, which enables Lions in your club and worldwide to magnify their service impact. Sincerely, Lions Clubs International Foundation. Lion District Governor.
Thank you very much, Capsec. So, Lions, you have our correspondence, and our great interest is our DCG grant from Lions Club International. This is a grant which basically from all of your contributions to LCIF, 10 to 20% is put aside specifically for any grant proposal that the district may come up with, which is deserving. And it can also be rolled on, which means that if we don't use it this year, we can apply for it again next year, adding on. So it means to keep this grant alive and for you to have access to it, we need to keep donating to LCIF. So thank you very much, Lions and Leos, for your contributions to date, and I'm sure we'll double that for next year. Lions, Leos, I now turn to item 12 on the agenda, which is greetings from our counterpart, District Governor 60A, Lion Natasha Hamilton. Lion Natasha.
Thank you, District Governor. Dear Lion District Governor 60B, Lion Dr. Carlisle Goddard, and the Lions, Leos, and friends of Subdistrict 60B, I'm pleased to be here to attend your first cabinet meeting. I know you've had a packed weekend, which included workshops, and I trust that you found the weekend to be a very fruitful one. We in Subdistrict 60A also had our first cabinet meeting this weekend, and that was yesterday. And we were lucky enough to have your district governor, Lion Dr. Carlisle, bring some remarks at our meeting. And now I'm happy to bring remarks at this meeting. And it just shows that our two sub-districts are working together, and it is a good sign of future collaboration between the two sub-districts during the year. So I look forward to working with you to move the multiple district forward. And I want to wish you a very successful meeting. I know there's lots to go through. I've been enjoying it so far, and I look forward to see what is to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lion Natasha. Lions, indeed, it is a pleasure for us to work with 60A. And we're very grateful to COVID for this, because over the years where we had 60A and 60B, there was some division. But during the COVID pandemic, we found the virtual media really worked, and we were able to again reunite and sharing each other's meetings. So we said, even though we're going back to hybrid and in person, we would continue this trend, because collaboration can only make the pride stronger. And it helps us to be aware of what we all are doing within the same Caribbean region and make it better, because we can share our experiences. Thank you very much, Lion Natasha. And you take back our warm greetings to the Lions of Trinidad, Suriname, and Guyana, our special friends.
Thank you, I will.
Thank you. Lions, we now invite our council chairperson, Lion Shibiki Kazibon, to bring us greetings. Lion Shibiki.
Good afternoon, District Governor 60B, Lion Dr. Carlisle Goddard, distinguished Lions and Leos. A very good afternoon to everyone. Lion Governor, thank you very much for the opportunity to bring greetings to the Lions and Leos of District 60B in my capacity as Council Chairperson for Multiple District 60. I am truly honored and pleased to be here this afternoon with you today as you conduct the business of District 60B at your very first cabinet meeting, and to hear of all the plans for the fiscal year. I know, Lion Governor, you kicked off yesterday with workshops, which I'm certain were very informative and beneficial to all, certainly setting a strong foundation for the work ahead. To you, Lion Governor, and the Lions and Leos of District 60B, congratulations on what is shaping up to be a very successful first cabinet meeting. Lion Governor and team, and by extension, the Lions and Leos of District 60B, I wish you a fiscal year filled with continued teamwork, dedication, and commitment to service in your respective communities. And I'm confident that you will achieve great things this fiscal year, which I see has already started with the DCG grant and the Cyber Leo Club. I just want to remind you that we must all endeavor to be open-minded, ready to share ideas, be innovative, discuss strategies, and make decisions so that we will benefit the individuals and communities that we serve. Lion Governor and team, much success for the fiscal year. Do enjoy the remainder of the meeting. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you so very much, Lion Council Chairperson. And we in 60B pledge our support to you and the council to do our best to further Lionism in our region. Thank you very much for your kind remarks.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Lions, part of our business is about money. And we need to know where the money is at, so we know what we can do, what we can spend, what we should not spend, and what we can build upon. So I take this time to move to item 13, which is the financial report for last year, 2022, 2023. Can I ask our immediate past Cabinet Secretary Treasurer, Lion Alva Smith, to take the mic and then continue her presentation? Lion Alva?
Good evening, District Governor, distinguished members at the head table and the virtual audience. It's a
Lion Alva,
pleasure-
your audio is very low. Can you just speak louder or raise?
Let me see if I hold it closer to my mouth. Can you hear me better?
Much better, thank you.
Okay, District Governor, other distinguished members at the head table and in the virtual audience, good afternoon. It is my pleasure to present the final report for Lionistic year 2022-2023 under the leadership of the past District Governor, Lion Nicholas DaCosta. For the year, we collected $32,667.90. There's a footnote to it, and that footnote is an inclusion of fees that were received in advance by clubs of $661.61. And you will, as we scroll down, you will see that note at the bottom of the accounts. For district disaster dues, we collected $5,850. For contributions to clubs for LCIF, $1,524.25. Online processing convenience fee, $840.14. We have unidentified deposits of $4.44. And we had clubs from the Leo districts, $4,716.38, giving us a total income of $45,603.11. For our expenditure for the year, we've collected a total of $7,924 we paid $7,924 for our multiple district dues. That's the total of the first half and the second half. And we also paid out LCIF awards of $1,524.25, which is the exact amount that we collected from clubs, giving us a total expenditure for district expenses of $9,448.25. Stipends for cabinet officers, we paid $13,100. And the breakdown was $3,200 district governor, $3,200 CABSEC, $1,000 first vice district governor, $500 second vice, region chairs $1,600. For last year prior in Lion Claudio's year, $300, and for the year of 2022-2023, $3,300. General expenses for the club totaled $14,527.24, broken down as follows: the Leo Convention, $4,195. District awards, $2,350.75. Audit fees, and this was again, that was 2 years of prior to our year, it's $1,000. Bank charges, $784.47. GCT for the Figaro payment system, $130.57. Transfer to our district disaster fund, $5,900 was transferred by the account administrator. There's a note there because there's been an overpayment of $50 to that account. And for telecommunication, postage and stationery, $166.45. Technology costs totaled $3,817.07, and it's made up of website changeover charges, $600, quarterly housing and maintenance, $1,350, domain name renewal, $59, security certificates for the website, $75, the district email system, $350. The setup, this is a one-time fee for the Figaro online payment processing system, $60. Monthly support fee charged by Figaro, was $119.92. Credit card processing fee, 25 cents per transaction, $21.17. We paid out 4.65% of all that we received through the FIGARO system of $881.98, and streaming for cabinet meetings at $300. Our total expenditure for the year was $40,892.56, giving us a surplus of $4710.55. Added to the balance that was brought forward from June 2022 of $15,513.44, and deducting the special contribution that was made for the Leo convention of $1,500, we ended up with $18,525.69 in our bank account. And at the bottom, of course, is represented by that same amount in the bank. Our notes, as I said, we collected $661 in excess of what was expected last year. So that's for Lion Carlisle's year. There's a $50 overpayment to the district disaster fund, and there is yet to be transferred to the disaster fund $100. This in actual fact work out to just we just need to pay another $50 over to the disaster fund this year to balance this out. These notes are all going to be reflected in our financials, which are currently with the auditors being audited. Scroll down, please, Lion Wendy. You will see where in our, this is a copy of the final account in the balance in the bank, $18,525.69. And then you go over to our disaster account. We collect, so we collected $5,850. Account administrator transferred $5,900. The balance at June 2022, when we took over the account, was $78,207.15. Total in the bank right now for disaster fund is $84,107.15. And below is a copy of the bank statement showing that figure at the 30th of June 2023. District Governor, over to you.
Thank you so much, Lionelva, for your kindness and your speed and efficiency in following through with the financial report and seeing as it got into the auditors. Lions, we will present the audited accounts when provided. Thank you very much, past Council Chair, Secretary Treasurer. Can I now have a motion for approval of the financial report 2023, 2022, 2023, please?
Mr. Governor, I move to accept the unaudited financial report for the fiscal year 2022, 2023 as presented by immediate past Cabinet Secretary Treasurer, Lion Elvis Smith, PMGF. I'm yours truly, First Vice President Governor, Lion Allen Alexander.
Thank you very much, Lion Allen. Do we have a seconder?
Mr. Governor, I wish to second the motion. Lion Louisiana Dubic, Region 2 Chairperson.
Thank you so much, Lion Louisiana. Nice to hear you. So Lions, that was what last year looked like, and that's where they brought us. So I'll turn you down to our Cabinet Secretary to tell you what she proposed to spend and how she proposed to earn it.
Thank you, District Governor. I'll just, okay. Excellent. District Governor, distinguished Lions at the head table and in the hybrid audience, Lions, my fellow Leos. This is the budget for 2023, 2024 for the District 60B as approved by the Finance Committee. I'm not going to carry you through the ringer. District dues at 2032, Lions 24,384. Multiple district dues. These are all no surprises there, as you saw from the finance report that you had just now. And these are very conservative figures. So the total income budgeted for is $49,851. Expenditure. Again, no surprises here. Multiple district expenses for the full year, 8,148. If we realize our objective of bringing in at least on average 102 members, the expenditure, total multiple district expenditure should be $8,556,000. Contributions to LCIF. We have budgeted for awarding at least four MJFs for the Lionistic year. Stipends to cabinet officers. Again, nothing in the mix there, no surprises. And the stipends for cabinet officers subtotal $12,800. General expenses. The audit fees is a little conservative, very conservative, I should say. But we'll see how that goes. Bank charges, the general consumption tax for the Figueroa payments. Again, that's a very conservative figure that we have there. A district awards, district directory, telecommunications, postage, given a grand expense total of $7,036. Leo Club expenses, I wanted to bring out the Leo Club separately. Generally at the beginning, you would have seen the income and you would have noted in their funds for the Leo Club, the Leo District dues, $4,717. This is because with the banking situation as it is, we subledger the Leo District. So we assist them in managing their funds, but whatever comes in goes to them. And certainly $4,770, and the coordinating expenditure contribution to the US and Canada's Leo Forum, a very good forum which we would usually support them in. That will be our contribution to them, contributions to the Leos. And of course, once the Leos have their convention, so the estimated expenses for the Leo Club expenditure, $4,915. Technology expense. What can I say being a technology person myself? Again, a figure of $5,719. This is an extremely conservative figure. The website maintenance and support, $1,950, quarterly housing and annual maintenance, $1,800, domain name renewals, SLA certificates for websites. Very soon we'll probably be looking at making sure that everybody is secured. District email system, the Fergus system, and of course, processing fees, given a total technology cost of $5,719. The subtotal for expenses being $43,026. Of course, we'll have to transfer, as you saw in the income, we had listed there district disaster dues. There's a separate bank account for that. And of course, we will collect from clubs. We should collect from clubs by the end of the financial year, $5,800 as seen in the income. So our expectation is that we will transfer that to the district disaster account. And so total expenses budgeted $48,826. The surplus or deficit of $1,025. And as you saw from the financial report you had just now, you saw that the fund balance at the end of the year was $18,525.69. And hence that at the start of the year, that's exactly what it was. And when we add that surplus, we expect that at the end of the year, we're projecting at the end of the year to have $19,550 on the account. Notes to the financial statements, membership growth. We're looking at membership growth, and we are also looking to increase membership, yes, by 102 members. In lieu of gifts from clubs, the district governor would like clubs to contribute funds towards LCIF so that we can meet that target of awarding 4 MJF. District Governor, this is the budget for 2023, 2024.
Thank you very much, Lion Capsec. Lions, you've heard the financial presentation and it's been discussed with the financial committee. Can I now ask for someone to move a motion to have this budget approved?
Lion District Governor. Lion District Governor, I move to accept the Sub-District 60B budget for the Lion District year 2023-2024 as presented by the Cabinet Secretary Treasurer, Lion Nicola Calendar, MJF. First Vice District Governor, Lion Allen Alexander.
Lion District Governor, I second the motion.
Thank you very much, Lion Allen and Lion Suzette, for approving the budget 2023-2024. Lion, the sun is hot, the heat is hot in the building, and the agenda is hot as well. We now move to approval of bills for payments. Lion Capsec.
Thank you, District Governor. Okay, so we have, of course, you would have heard just now in the budgets and the financial statements, our obligation to the multiple district. We received our invoice totaling US $4,074. Invoices are slim. And then, of course, at the beginning of the Lionistic year, we were presented with all of the maintenance fees, sub-district website changeover, new email system fees for 2023-24, totaling $1,540. District Governor would have covered that charge, and certainly he is now requesting to be reimbursed for this particular payment. And last but not least, how would we survive without technology? Again, I told you that technology cost is very conservative, but certainly our Zoom account, we received this just yesterday, and certainly the Zoom account bill, $74.95, and this is because it is really a discount. So $74.95, and this amount is owed to Gerald Jackson because he would have made the payment on behalf of the zone district, on behalf of the district. District Governor, those are the 3 bills. Our Zoom account, $74.95. Our maintenance for our website and emails for the district, $1540, and certainly the let's have a peep here. Our obligation to the multiple district for our 2,000 and just over 2,000 members, and that is US 4074. District Governor.
Thank you very much. Can we have a motion for the approval of the bills for payment? Lion Suzette.
Lion District Governor, I move the motion to approve the bills for payment for fiscal year 2023-2024. Lion Suzette, Holder Region 3 Chairperson.
Lion Maxine Bravo, you're on.
Lion District Governor. I wish to move that. I wish to second that motion. Lion Avaloi for Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Lion Avaloi. We at the head table having a little bit of fun because technology is really playing up today. and we're getting all these side messages about internet is down here, internet is down there. So to look as though we are seamless and there are no flaws going on in the program, a lot of background programming is occurring. So don't mind our smirks up here, but continue to enjoy the meeting. Thank you very much, Lions and Leos, for approving our bills. We now move to appointment of standing committees. Lions, this is part of our constitutional duties, and as such, we need to appoint and bring into our minuted items our standing committees. And these are our constitutional bylaws, for which Lion Lindell Smith has been elected and has agreed to serve in this position. Nominations and elections, and Elridge Stevens, and our credentials chairperson is Lion Sharon Greenwich. These have all been conferred and have all been agreed upon by said persons. Lions, in our pre-cab meeting, we omitted one of our constitutional duties that according to our bylaws, and that is asking for a waiver of the cabinet secretary treasurer. Apparently, this is within our bylaws, and this is an old rule which we might need to have reviewed, but in previous years, the cabinet secretary treasurer was bonded to the district. And now by convention, we ask for a motion from the sitting committee that the bond be waived. Can I have a motion for said be done?
Land District Governor, I move to approve the bonding of the Cabinet Secretary Treasurer. I am Zone Chair, Land Maxine Bravo.
Thank you very much, Lion Maxine. Can we have a seconder?
Lion District Governor, I wish to second the motion. Lion Christopher Emmanuel, Zone Chair 3B.
Thank you very much, Lion Christopher. See, Lions, that's how Lionism works. We support each other and we move together. And that was not prescript. Lions, I will take District Governor's pleasure and omit item 17 on the agenda, icebreaker, namely because the room is very hot and because the meeting is moving so nicely, I think we can move on with the agenda. So we're down to item 18, which is District Committee updates. I will ask Lion Shonda Ford, who is our Activities Committee Chairperson, to bring this update to you. Lions, we beg for your indulgence. Lion Shonda.
Lion District Governor, distinguished Lions at the head table and in the audience, as well as the virtual audience, fellow Lions and Leos. Lion District Governor, thank you very much for the opportunity to present the Rewards and Recognition Program for Sub-District 60B. For the next few minutes, I will just walk you through some of the key components of the program, the objectives, the District Rewards and Recognition Program broken down into the specific goals identified by the District Governor. Also, I will sensitize you on the Lions Club International Awards that are available to clubs and on the individual level, as well as the point system for awards. Just to give you a sense of who are the team members, and it's quite a small team. The District Activities Chairperson is yours truly, Lion Shonda Ford, and I'm ably assisted by Assistant Activities Chairperson, Lion Judith, and she is from the Tropical Gardens Lions Club in Grand Cayman. Okay, in terms of the objectives, the program really is to align the goals of the District Governor and Lions International with our individual service to club and community. And this means that the different programs that you engage in to the less fortunate across the district. It is also an opportunity to enhance the brand of Lionism through effective participation and engagement of members. And of course, the opportunity to measure the level of performance against identified goals and service projects. To achieve excellence in all aspects of service through commitment and dedication to the district governor's team, to motivate members to perform at their optimum by enhancing the image of Lionism through quality community projects and effective marketing and communication of our service brand. And of course, to collaborate with the district governor, the district service chairperson, the zone and region chairpersons in the final selection of awardees. The district rewards and recognition program, it has been designed with the team in mind, I am because we are. And each club is encouraged from the LCIF global causes. 65% of the clubs across the district are encouraged to engage in at least 3 of the LCI global causes. In terms of leadership, to have 75% of the clubs in various leadership programs in 1 or 2 leadership initiatives. So it can be the Emerging Lions Program, Advanced Lions Program, the Regional Lions Leadership Institute, Certified Guiding Lions Program, a zone or region leadership program, or at the club level, a leadership workshop. The district governor has also identified family as a core area. So the expectation is that you engage in wholesome activities that promote fellowship and family values, as well as stimulating and rewarding membership experience. Interclub fellowship, where you can engage in club visitations and hoping that you achieve at least 85% visits to clubs in your zone. There's also the opportunity to twin, participate in a new twinning experience with a club within the district, multiple district, or international. And of course, to have at least 1 fun family inspired activity. And this is to ensure that we create bonds of friendship and fellowship. One of the missions identified by our international president is mission 1.5 membership. And it seems like a gigantic goal in the sense that the goal is to reach 1.5 million members, but this is worldwide. So how we as Lions in District 60B can achieve that? So the membership challenge is any Lions Club members that fall below 20, where your membership is below 20, you're encouraged to add more. And if for some reason you have not retained your membership, if you lose 1, you try to add 1. But this can't be achieved unless we try to promote areas like diversity, creating an atmosphere of a different perspective, having fresh ideas, and it's also an opportunity for succession planning, because we all acknowledge that this is a maturing organization and there's always a need for new blood, fresh ideas. As part of this mission 1.5 membership goal is to have 29 clubs increase their membership by 3. And to spread the message of growth by engaging existing Lions, motivating them to connect with other organizations who share similar goals. To have at least 75% of the clubs engage in programs to improve the membership experience, and to organize a meet and greet session as a membership recruitment drive. So these are just some of the ideas that you can consider as part of your reaching the identified goals and carving out different programs to reach the goals that the district governor has identified. In terms of LCIF Campaign 100, at least 500 Lions to make a personal contribution of $10 to LCIF. And at least 300 Lions, and this is across the district, not just in Zone 3A, but across the entire district, to pledge $100. And to award 4 Melvin Jones Fellows or Progressive Melvin Jones Fellows. In keeping with his theme, I am because we are, Heart of a Lion, the Youth and Leo Club program is part of the district governor's goals. So he has asked that we increase the district Leo membership by 25 to certify one Leo Club, and we have already, in a sense, met that goal, because we've just certified a Georgetown Leo Club, a cyber Leo Club, to ensure that Leo Clubs with membership on the 10 to bring it to 15, and to implement the Alpha Leo Club program framework, which was endorsed by the district in the line listed year 2020 to 2021. The district governor is also encouraging joint activities with the sponsoring Lions Club to sponsor a Leo to a district or international forum, to ensure that at least 20 clubs engage more Lions and Leos club partnership programs, to participate in a youth exchange program or youth camp, and to engage in at least 2 youth-related projects that involve at-risk young people. And it's not surprising that we have an extensive list of objectives on the Youth and Leo Club program, because looking at the head table, we see the product of the Leo Club program, our district governor, yours truly, and of course our CAPSET. So we want to continue to build on that legacy of knowledge and success to the organization. Okay, moving into the best other awards, like at the individual level now, where you have the best LCIF club contributor. So areas like having at least 50% of the membership making personal contributions, encourage the club to award a Melvin Jones Fellowship to an organization that has partnered with the club for a major significant project. And we as Lions, we know how important contributions to the LCIF program, because we've seen the good work that Lions International has done across the world. Club Treasure of the Year. And these are the milestones, the targets to be considered Club Treasure of the Year. Submission of your club budget by the first quarter of the line listed year. Report quarterly financial statements to members and monthly to the board. And not just reporting the information, but measuring actual versus budgeted. So you can see like if there are any variances or if you're spending more than you are collecting from your fundraising efforts or from your partnership efforts. Proof of payment of international district dues, prompt collection of membership dues, and submission of the audited financial statements from the previous line listed year by September 30th of this year. Club Secretary of the Year, attendance at club, zone, region, and district meetings, monthly reporting on My Lion, effective presentation and quality content of the projects, the value of the project, quality photographs, so that when we look at the photographs, we can see the story and on social and print media. And remember that we're talking about enhancing our brand and our image. So we need to make sure that our story out there reflects the quality pictures that we present on social media and also in the print media. Project description and its impact. And it's important to, like, when you write up your projects, because remember the activities committee will be looking at the information. Unfortunately, we can't be at every project across the district. We would love to be, but your story has to give a sense as if we are there, so we can properly evaluate it. And a little later in the presentation, I'll talk about the point system. Club President of the Year, administrative efficiency. So this is in terms of reporting, meeting your financial obligations to the district, to Lions International, collection of dues, and so on. attendance at zone and region meeting, representation of the club at cabinet meetings, and of course, no indebtedness to LCI for club supplies or dues. And Club of the Year would be the highest overall score. And a little later, you will see how you can achieve that overall score based on specific criteria. The district committee chairpersons, recall that this role is your strategic resource to the district. So it's really promoting and encouraging frequent participation by clubs in the assigned areas. So if you're in charge of diabetes, if you're in charge of the hunger program, dissemination of information, effective messaging and resource material via avenues, newsletters, bulletins, and social media platform. Zone and region chairpersons of the year, the highest points earned by their clubs. So there is a direct correlation with the performance of the clubs in your zone and overall in the region to earn zone or region chairperson of the year. So the measurement again is based on administrative efficiency of the clubs in your area, timely payment of financial obligations to the district, region, and international, and of course, reporting of club activities and programs. I thought that it is important that we know the Lions Club International Awards, and there are lots of awards on the website. And I'm not going to bore you with all the awards, but the presentation will be circulated. I have identified the links where you can get additional information on the various awards listed on the slide. You can check the Resource Center or the LCIF recognition programs. And if you click on these links highlighted in the slide, it will take you directly to the information where you can get more information. But there are awards both for Leos and Lions. Okay, we're going in now to the final part of the presentation. I think I'm still on time. The district governor was very generous in 7 to 10 minutes, but you know, I like to keep it short and to the point. It's a Sunday afternoon and this is normally the time that I'm sleeping, but I'm here because I am committed to this program. Okay, the point system for awards and the award, the program runs from July 1st, 2023 to March, sorry, that is 2024. That's an error on the slide. I'll make that correction. It's from July 1st, 2023 to March 31st, 2024. And the source reports that I will be using will be the health check. I recall that I think they still go to the zone and region chairpersons, my Lion, liaising with the district service chairperson. And then there's some other LCI reports that would go to the district governor, like in terms of contributions to LCIF and so on. So it's really monitoring how the District 60B is performing. So I will be tapping in on those reports. For the purpose of this presentation, this section, I didn't go into all of the point system, but what you're seeing on the screen is the maximum score of 1,000 points, broken down into the areas of performance. So each area, for example, global cause initiative projects, that's 400 points. Quality project 150, administrative efficiency 120, marketing and communication 150, mission 1.5, membership growth and retention 100, and LCIF contributions 80. So the maximum is 1,000. If you go to the next slide, you would see that the global cause is 400. So then there are further components for you to achieve the 400 points, where you can have significant projects that meet long-term needs, projects that add value. So that's why it is very important how you write up your projects, because the district committee cannot make a fair assessment if the information is very limited. And I really don't want, after all these years in Lionism, to be in a contentious position about rewards and recognition. So it's important that you describe your projects effectively so that you can score accordingly. So formation of partnerships and so on. So each of these areas have points assigned. There's also a point system for awards for quality. So all the broad areas identified that made up the 1,000 points, there's further broken down into points to get the maximum score in those specific areas. I know some people look confused, but the introductory letter should have been circulated along with the details of the program should have been circulated to your zone and region chairperson. So what I'm presenting here is what would have been in the communication as part of the introductory letter. And the quality projects, I just gave some examples based on the points here. And the total is 150. And finally, the administrative efficiency, the point system for timely reporting, prompt settlement of all dues, attendance at zone and region and district meetings. So you're probably wondering how Lion Shonda and Lion Judith, how are we going to achieve this evaluation process? It's a very tall order. So therefore, zone and region chairpersons after your zone meetings where clubs present, and I know there is a reporting template that would capture some of these goals. You may be focusing on a specific area at each zone meeting. I'm not telling you what to do at your zone meeting, but that information helps. It would help in working out the scores. At this point, I can't tell you which clubs are ahead because pretty much at this meeting, we're launching the program. And now I have to collate the information from the service chairpersons as well as the district governor as well as the zone and region chairman. So I appeal to the clubs to get your good story of service out there. Lions, we are very hands-on. We're doing great things. Sometimes you see them on Facebook and other social media platform, but we need to see the written information so that I can effectively evaluate the program. Lion District Governor, fellow Lions, I thank you for your attention and I wish everyone a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lion Shonda. Thank you very much. Let's give Lion Shonda a round of applause, please. I've just had a look at the YouTube video and I see 197 persons are online. So we thank you for being here. Some of you will have some questions and no doubt some comments based on what you have heard. So I'll probably defer that a little bit later down to any other business where you can either send your messages in by the social media platform and we can go through them, or you can WhatsApp us and we will go through them a little later for you. Lions, I would like to ask your indulgence as I suspend the standing order and go back to item 16. There seemed to be a little bit of confusion in what was heard by some. So let's go back to the appointment of the standing committee. The standing committee, as I discussed, was the convention chairperson, just bear with me 1 second, just let me pull back up some conventions, credentials, and constitution and bylaws. But two things there. So let me just pull this back up. There was no motion for the acceptance of the standing committees. So I would like first to ask for a motion to be moved that the standing committee be taken as discussed, and that is the constitutional bylaws, Chairperson Lyndall Smith, nominations and elections by Elroy Stevens, and credentials by Lion Sherwin Greenwich. So can we have a motion to adopt the standing committees?
Lion District Governor, I move to accept the standing committees of convention committees, that is credentials, nominations and elections, constitution and bylaws, and policy manual. Lion Judy King, second Vice District Governor.
Thank you, Lion Judy. Seconder,
Lion District Governor, I wish to second the motion.
thank you very much, Lion Bueller. The second motion that went at that time was for the waiving of the bond of the Cabinet Secretary Treasurer. Can we have that motion be taken again? Can I ask for a person to move the motion to suspend or waive the bonding of the Cabinet Secretary Treasurer?
Lion District Governor, I move to waive the bonding of the Cabinet Secretary Treasurer. I am Zone Chair, Lion Maxine Bravo, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow.
And the seconder?
I wish to second the motion. Lion Christopher Emmanuel, Zone Chair 3B.
Thank you so very much, Lion Christopher. We now resume the standing order. Lions, that now brings you to item 19, which is the district governor's address. And as technology would have it, I am the host and I'm unable to share my screen. Lion Wendy, will you be so kind as to assist your district governor in distress? But never mind. Never mind, I am capable. So Lions, Leos, good evening. Indeed, it's my pleasure to greet you as your district governor. And I would first like to bring warm welcome to all of you here in this physical hall. I know the heat is against us, but bear with us. We are moving very well with time. To my colleagues at the head table, my distinguished Lions to my left and my right, good evening and thank you for being here. For the distinguished Lions, Lion leaders, and Leo leaders in the audience, past district governors, past council chairpersons, district officers, a blessed good evening to all. I stand before you very proud because this is my first cabinet meeting as your district governor, but more so, we started off the weekend really nice, in my opinion. Yesterday, we started with the opening of our cabinet meeting with workshops. And fortuitous as it would be, both 60A and 60B had the same day for our cabinet meetings. But even more than that, yesterday would have been Tracy Jones' birthday. And so we in this sub-district and more so in Zone 3A want to have a special tribute to Lion Tracy, and that will be done later in this program. But in this world, how God works, everything comes together. And I'm sure the divine inspiration helped us in getting that weekend sorted. You've just heard a very good outline of what my goals for the year are to be. And I will break down somewhat like Shonda presented. And if I get visual permission, I will also share my screen so that you can see some of what I am saying. And I think we have that. Wendy, I thank you. The light over there. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah. There's a little lag. I'll catch up shortly. So the first goal that I want to discuss is demonstrating the heart of a lion. And that is really and truly, I want us to re-engage with our public. Let the public know who we are. Make sure that we Lions are visible in our communities again. So it's not enough for us to say we are Lions and we're wearing a regalia. You are responsible for a catchment area. And that catchment area should know who you are. So at the end of the day, when we leave Jamaica, when we leave St. Vincent, when we leave St. Martin, and we step out in our regalia, we should hear, there are the Lions. Not, what is that yellow regalia? What are those pins? What do you do? And that is becoming the more common response to our regalia presence. So we need to reassess and re-engage and recommit to the community that we serve and let them know Lions are here. And one of the ways that you can do that is by each club having one singular signature project in your area. And that alone will help the community to know who you are. But to do that, you need to do some degree of community assessment. Get into the community, find out what their needs are and address their needs. Where there's a will and where there's a need, there's a lion. So make sure we preach that. The second part, or the second goal that I want to share with you, is knowing the pride. Over the years, a lot of the camaraderie and the brotherhood and sisterhood within the clubs, in my opinion, has diminished. Sometimes we don't recognize our own sisters and brothers who are in need in our own very clubs. Sometimes we complain, this line don't come to meetings anymore, but why? Perhaps they have cataract, they can't drive at night, they can't see. Perhaps they have difficulty with cars and troubles getting there. Why should someone else in a different club know that and you not know? Spend the time to know about your own club members. To do so, branch out, enter club, go visit a club that's not too far from you. Work with them to do a similar project, trade ideas, work together. COVID has shown us the need to work together. The money has dwindled. The amount of people willing to donate time, donate things have dwindled. So you in one country addressing the same population for different needs will get one singular answer. I cannot help you at this time. So rather than have multiple people knocking at the same door, go as one organization to that door and seek the help. Times have changed. There are a lot of emotional and physical stressors on us, and we too need to address some of these. So us Lions need to know that we don't stand alone, we stand together. And I think the theme of I am because we are should help you appreciate that. Remember, it's not what we have in life, but who we have in life that matters. And if we can be our brothers keepers in this organization, we will enhance our strength, our presence, and our purpose. Goal number 3, Lions Roaring, leadership. One of the legacies that I would like to leave this office with is training. And so I'm very engaged this year to have Lions and Leos trained into what Lionism is about. You need to know the tools of Lionism. You need to have a toolkit that says, I am a Lion, these are my resources. Any questions that you have, I can access this and tell you about Lionism, when it started, what we do, how we do it. And that should be very easy. And the only way you can do that is learning about yourself. Sometimes we get carried along in a wave and we might go with others saying we think we know, but when put on one-on-one spot, when doing an inter-club quiz, you realize, I really didn't know that. Oh, that's a new concept. I just learned that. And being a Lion for 20 years or 30 years doesn't negate that. Sometimes we forget, or sometimes we just did not know. So if we spend the time to learn about our organization, we can lead others. And in this motion, we make the membership experience better, because not only do you embody the line, you're walking the line and teaching the line to those in your path. And to do that, Lions Club International have so many programs that you can access. Online, you have our LLI programs, you have senior Lions doing the LSIPs, and we have one this year from our region. You know, there's so many things that you can get engaged in. So do not let this year pass you unless you bathe in the sea of knowledge from Lions. And I hope you can join me in this leadership experience as we try to learn the tenets of Lionism, try to understand what we really do and why we do it. I think yesterday's workshop in the membership at LCIF, a lot of this came out. And I saw up to 222 persons were present for that workshop. And I hope that some of the takeaway messages you can now inscribe in your notebooks and use your sticky notes as you go forward in planning what your next step should be. So I thank the presenters yesterday in all 3 subgroups. You really did a phenomenal job. And I think if we can do more of that, then this goal number 3 is readily and easily satisfied. The Lions family membership. We've been challenged with mission 1.5, which means LCI wants us to expand. And it is a business. We have to expand. That's the only way we can survive. That's the only way we can keep funds turning over. That's the only way we can keep things going, to keep the ship afloat. So we need to look at our membership profile. We always hear the phrase, we want quality members, but what exactly is that? Rather than working to pull any and everybody in, I, as district governor, would first like you to look at your own club membership. Look at the strata of it, look at the age, look at the talents, look at the skills. And first, reinforce that membership. Don't let members leave. Members will die. You can't stop that, I hope. But LCI doesn't take away from members dying. But members leaving, they do. So if we can fortify our fortress and make sure that no one can attack our pride and pull our membership out and diminish us, we have gone up one. If we then say birth or rebirth is a process, then we then seek to add on to what we have. So try to pull in 2 new members at a time, not just one, always aim for 2 or more. That way, should one fall by the side, you still have 1. And if you're planning properly, if 1 goes and 1 comes, if you have 2, you will always be in a balance of +1. So seek to, if you have to, lose 1, but always to add 2. I would also like for each club to just try to increase their membership by 1. And if we increase each club membership by 1, we would achieve our goal in working towards 1.5. We have 2,043 members, 2,037 members registered to date in Lions Club in 60B. We can really make a difference if each person tries to get 1 person. Goal number 5, I am because we are. How did we get here? And how can we sustain our program? And this is where LCIF pledges come. We can't wait till a hurricane come in the Caribbean to seek help. We can't wait till a fire start in our house, in our area to say they need help or they need to buy fire shutters. We need to plan ahead. And to plan ahead, you need to put money aside. And that money aside is for the rainy day, as we say in the Caribbean. So LCIF should be seen upon as that rainy day catchment. And if every member just contribute $5 a month, you will eventually be a regular contributor. And as times will permit, if you can put a little bit more, put a little bit more. But that way you can individually be contributing to your LCI stockpile, but also increases the contribution made from our district towards LCIF. And that way we have our rainy pile portion put aside to help us. But sometimes we don't need to wait for the rain to come to need help. There are ways and there are means and there are plenty grants available to us through LCIF. And if we think carefully and plan strategically, we can access these grants that are available to us very easily. Not all grants need to be matching. Not all grants need you to put money up front. Just read the classes of grants, seek the help and the talents of those who are senior lines as to how to access some of these grants, and you can do well because your club can apply for a grant without accessing the district. Your district can apply to a grant at even a higher amount if you come to the district governor. So there are roles and places and things and procedures put in place for you to access the money and the grants available. But we fall short here. Why? We either feel we're not good enough, we feel we don't have the skills, but across our multiple districts, we have project planners, we have grant proposers, we have grant writers, we have so much skill sets. Just say what your needs are, come to us, and we will help you achieve them. We received correspondence that you would have heard today. Our district qualified last year for a district and grant of $18,162.68. That means that our contributions to LCIF last year, 10% of that has now put some of that money back in place. And if we apply for it this year, we don't have to use it. We can still stockpile it so that whatever ends this year, we can have a summative amount to say we can do a bigger project for our district at the end of this year. So let us continue to contribute to LCA, IF. Let us make those pledges, Lions. The youth of the pride. This is a very personal part of my story in being a lion. I ask you to remember the Leo clubs. The Leos are a project of the Lions Club. We need to make them grow so that we can have a sustainable future. But we also need to let the Leos grow. For many a time, we have suffocated the Leos in our actions. Remember, the Leos are Alpha and Omega. Some of those Leos are contemporaries. They're the same working class of us. They probably out-earn some of us. So we cannot treat them as children because they're less years in the movement than us. Embrace them, embrace their skill sets, learn from them, and let them lead. As you might hear in my district governor's song, let them lead the way, free them, embrace them, but be big enough to let them go. Sometimes they have to fall, sometimes they have to get cuts, but that's all right. We collectively as a family will bathe them and we will fix their wounds and we will put them back on the spot where they need to be. That is how life goes, the handing over of the growing process. So let us try to certify more Leo clubs. A sore point to me looking through the books this year is there are many Leo clubs still in our books that some clubs are paying levy for, and yet those clubs do not exist. We need to pause and go through our books and clean these up. If you have not had that Leo club for 2-3 years, then stop paying the levy. Unfortunately, in our administrative year, it will be a loss. But for the next year, they start at a better place and go forward. So if we need to take the loss, we'll take the loss, because at the end of the day, it is the long-term planning we're going after. We want the Leos that we have to be solidified and be strengthened. So I beg of you to go back to your clubs, look at your books, look at all the clubs who have held your clubs. Are you going to restart them? Are you going to remove them from the books? What are you going to do with them? Now, there's a big fad and movement to start a lot of the Alpha Leo clubs because they're school-based clubs. And we think because they are school, we can get them together. That is a misnomer. School clubs require a lot of time and attention and nurturing. So do not go and foster a school club because you can if you're not willing to put in the work. I would rather not have a Leo club force right than have a Leo club dying in a couple of months. I'm very proud to say that in this current administrative year, thanks to Lion Nick and his team, that we have benefited from the addition of 2 Leo clubs already. And I'm very proud to announce, let me get the correct names because I know sometimes get it wrong. Georgetown Cyber Leo Club and Grand Cayman sponsored is an Alpha Leo Club, which we have now welcomed. And I want you all to give them a wonderful round of applause. And we also have the Eltham High School Leo Club, another Alpha Club being sponsored by the Lions Club of Spanish Town in Jamaica. So congratulations to these 2 Alpha clubs. I, as your district governor, will be paying great attention to you because having formed those Alpha clubs, they need you and you need them. But show your leadership by making it work, showing them what we are willing to go to make this club feel embraced and have a happy life experience. So those who have fostered these clubs, I beg of you, pay them the valuable attention they need to grow forward. Lions, I have vowed that my cabinet meetings will not be long, and I too will not be speaking very long. I will now give over the meeting very shortly to have a tribute to Lion de Tracy Jones by the South Club, but we will come to that very shortly. I thank you for your time. I hope you can share in my vision and my cabinet's vision of taking this district forward, this District 60B forward in a better and positive light. We are open to your questions. We're open to your suggestions. We're open to your corrections. Do not feel that there's a disparity between you and us on this side of the table. We are all open. When we come down from this table, even when we're at this table, feel free to communicate with us so we know what you're feeling, what you're saying, what you're sensing. Because sometimes we may not see you, we may not hear you, but you're still part of us. And we need to know that you're there. So do not let there be a disconnect between this administration and the members, because without you, we are nothing. And we need you to take us to the next level. Lions, I thank you. Leos, I thank you. My fellow Lions, my fellow Leos, I now turn the floor over to the Lions Club of Barbados South as it brings a tribute to one of our fallen stalwarts, Lion Tracy Jones. Can I invite the Lions Club of Barbados South to take the podium and lead us through this tribute? I'm directed by our most senior Lion Owen, and we'll now give you the visuals. The IT committee.
A tribute to Lion Edwin Tracy Jones, Melvin Jones Fellow, District Governor, Lions District 60A from 1993 to 1994, and Council Chairman, Lions District 60 from 1994 to 1995. Lion District 60B today pays tribute to our late Edwin Tracy Jones, a dedicated Lion, a kind and compassionate gentleman with a great sense of humor, a loyal friend, one who enjoyed life and lived life to the fullest. Death terminates the labors of man. Hence, while we all expect to die, it comes as a shock when a friend or a family member is taken away from us. It is said that the young may die, the old must die, but the wisest knoweth not how soon. Edwin Tracy Jones died peacefully on the 5th of April, 2023. He knew he was dying. He had a long and enjoyable life and was ready to go to his Creator. He said he was the last among his siblings. Lion Tracy, as he was familiarly called, was born in St. George, Barbados on the 3rd of August 1934, but his birth was registered on the 26th of August 1934, and for a time he had 2 birthdays. He later officially changed all his documents to read 26th of August 1934 as his official birthday. He attended St. Jude's Boys' School, and while there he got a bursary to go to Commerce School. The story is told by a former schoolgirl that on an early age he was a little shy and timid, and would not let the girls waiting at the bus stops on the route St. George to Bridgetown squeeze up next to him or sit on his lap in the crowded school bus. Is this the governor we knew? On leaving school, he joined Simeon Hunt and Sons as a customs clerk, but later moved on to Gardner Austin, where he met his future wife, Julia, who was originally from St. Lucia. In 1963, he moved to St. Lucia to take up the position of inventory manager with the firm J.Q. Cars. Tracy loved cricket, and when he arrived in St. Lucia, he got off the plane carrying his cricket bat. A reporter at the airport, thinking he was a well-known cricketer, took a picture of him and published it in the local newspapers. He was immediately contacted by one of the top teams in St. Lucia and was made a regular member of the team. Meanwhile, Julia returned to St. Lucia, and there they got married. What a loving couple they made. Soon after, they both returned to Barbados to settle down and I think to give up the thought of being a West Indian cricketer and took up golf, which one does not really have to compete with anyone but yourself. Yes, he was a family man. Tracy and Julia were the proud parents of two boys, Trevor and Terence. Trevor preferred to get involved in the family business and to assist with the development of our male youth through scouting. He is currently the Chief Scout Commissioner of the Barbados Boy Scouts. Terence, on the other hand, studied theology and became a pastor. Tracy was a devout Anglican and served for many years on the Church Council of St. Cyprian's Anglican Church. He was what one called a pillar of the church and organized its fundraising activities. The elderly ladies at the church loved Tracy, and he could do no wrong in their eyes. He attended almost every church service organized by the Lions in Barbados, and some of which are shown here. I first met Edwin de Tracy Jones on the 5th of November 1975, when we were both invited to join a newly chartered Lions Club, the Lions Club of Barbados South. He became my best friend and confidant ever since. He was very enthusiastic about Lionism and devoted his time to the betterment of those less fortunate than himself. When called, he was always willing to assist, and he continued daily to develop brotherly love, relief, and truth. He lived the Lions' motto, "We serve," as one of his goals. His life has been one of service, whether it be in business or socially, always given of his time and possessions to assist with projects for the elderly and needy in society. In 1983-84, he was elected president of his club, the Lions Club of Barbados South. During his 47 years in Lionism, he has served in almost all offices in the club and is a recipient of many Lions awards. Sometime after his term as president, he was elected secretary of the club and guided it to be nominated the best club in Lion District 60B. He kept records of the club and every now and then, if you'd like it or not, appointed himself to give a lecture to the club on its membership, past and present, or some idea he had for the better development of the club. In 1993, he was elected district governor for the Lions District 60B, and later in 1994, chairman of the Council of Governors of Lions District 60. As a Lion, he had the opportunity to travel to the islands of the Caribbean and indeed countries around the world. He visited Lions clubs wherever he went, and he attended many international Lions conventions. I took the opportunity to travel with him at times, not to be his baggage handler, but to learn from his cool, approachable demeanor with the strangers he met at Lions meetings and conventions. He had many friends. He made many friends in his travels. He was admired, loved, and respected wherever he went. His amicable nature and the ability to fit into any group made him loved and respected. He was not what one would call a cultural drinker, but a social drinker. A couple of drinks to be social, and he was satisfied. Vodka was his latest preference, since a majority of his comrades were drinking vodka. But if you offered him a white rum or a beer, as that was all you had, he would drink it with pleasure. I invited Tracy to join the Masonic Order, and in January 1982, he was initiated as an entered apprentice in Lodge Scotia 340. Tracy can be termed a ritualist, as he loved to do ritual work. He was elevated to be a Master Mason in February 1986, and on the 1st of November 1988, he was installed Right Worshipful Master of Lord Scotia 340. I remember that at one of the Lions Convention in Birmingham, England in 1998, Tracy went out one evening with a few senior Guyanese and Trinidad Lions friends. That night, I was awakened by a call from him around 2 a.m. My first thought was that he and his friends had been arrested, but the police in those days in England were not keen on colored men walking around late at night. No, it was not that interesting. He was moaning in pain when he called, as his bladder was full and he could not pass out some of the English beer I presume he was drinking. I then had to wake up the hotel night manager to get an ambulance to take him to the hospital, where the nurses checked out his manhood and took care of him before releasing him the next day or two. He probably gave them a few jokes while he was in hospital, as they seemed reluctant to release him. Tracy was a very humorous individual and would always attract a crowd of both sexes. He would often be called to brighten up a meeting with the occasional joke. I think he misread his situation one evening at one of our club meetings, as his jokes resulted in two members of the club walking out and resigning. Today, there are no hard feelings among the parties. In spite of him bringing some humor to his meetings, he was all for holding a disciplined meeting. I remember once when one of his best friends who he had sponsored to be a member of the club was loud and disruptive. He tabled a motion on the floor to have his friend disciplined and evicted from the club. This was a shock to members, as a particular individual was an outstanding lineman. The motion was later withdrawn. Tracy himself was not a loud person, and one could say we never heard him raise his voice or saw him angry. He would put forward a point and would quietly discuss it. He never gave the impression he was offended, if he was offended. He was a relatively quiet and peaceful individual. Well, sometimes he would encourage someone else to be mischievous. He confided in me that he was not a sound sleeper, as he suffered from nightmares, fighting evil spirits at night and waking up the next morning on the bedroom floor. The Tracy loved to dance, and he had many attractive casual dancing partners. He would be first on the floor and last to close the evening. He was not one to sit at the bar and drink, especially if some good old-time music was playing. He also loved a game of golf and a little discussion. You talk to the golf buddies about her. There are always a topic to discuss, and he and his golf mates advance along the golf course. Right or wrong, he was not one to budge from his original opinion and would often appreciate your opinion to settle the matter. On receiving news of Tracy's passing, expressions of sympathy and tributes flooded the internet, for he was a man of the world. Messages of condolences were received from around the world, a few of which I now read. First, there's one all the way from the council chairman, a lady, of Lions District 20K, Brooklyn and Queens. She recalled that Lion Tracy looked after and guided her at her first cabinet meeting in Montego Bay, Jamaica. She recalled that Lion Tracy had a great sense of humor. He was kind, compassionate, and a dedicated Lion leader. Lion Tracy gave her the opportunity to serve on the district diabetes committee, and it was of the opinion that she was a governor material. Thanking him, she said, "Sleep on, good and faithful servant. You are now called to serve in the heavenly kingdom. May you rest in peace." Another Rest in peace, Lion Edwin Tracy Jones. Your contribution to Lionism was mammoth. May God comfort all friends and comrades, and may he rise in glory. You have served as well. You have served us well, Lion Tracy, but God has higher service for you. We will always remember you. I express my deepest sympathy to the family and friends of our late Lion Tracy, a giant of the man, a patriot of Lionism. He will be greatly missed. May he rest in peace and rise in glory. Tracy was a committed, faithful, and generous person to the Christchurch East Central political branch. He was a pleasure to have met him. Yes, Frank Sinatra's classics, My Way, epitomizes the way he lived. And now the end is here, and so I face the final curtain. I have lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and much more than this, I did it my way. Tracy, thou good and faithful servant, rest in peace. We, the Lions of District 60, shall all miss you, but your memories will never be forgotten. You came, you saw, you conquered. Goodbye, my friend. May you rest in peace and rise in glory. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the South Club. We do have a few minutes. I can open both the floor here and the Zoom for maybe 5 minutes. If there are any Lions or Leos who are online or present here who may want to express a word of tribute in a very brief moment. So I'll open the floor briefly. Any Lion, any Leo online or physically present? We're just checking the online platform to see if there are any person making comments. One person. We have 2 comments in the YouTube chat. Dorothy McCurdy, a true stalwart of the Lions. And Fergie J. Tracy was indeed a true gentleman. Excellent tribute land owing and Lions of Barbados South. We thank you for your comments. None from the floor. I think we move on with the meeting. That now brings us to item 21. Any other business? Lions, I just want to announce that we have named our Leo liaison officer, and that is none other than the person of Leo Olivia Brown. Leo Olivia is from the Barbados East Club, and she now serves as the Leo Lion Cabinet Liaison Officer to our cabinet. So congratulations to Leo Olivia. Lions Leos, I also took the privilege to review one of our committees. Over the years, our legal fallback has fallen squarely on the shoulders of Lion Lindell. And this year, I want to expand our legal committee, and I've had a conversation with Lion Lindell And we now have a legal committee across the district, which now comprises of Chairperson Lan Lindell Smith, Lan Gina Barnes from Cayman Islands, and Lan Stephanie Bryan from Barbados East. These three lions now will form the backdrop of our legal team. So if you have any legal advice that you need to seek, please feel free to email the chairperson or any of the other persons that I have named. This has come about because recently we've been faced with a lot of questions. And one of the questions that's being asked is if a person or land can have a leave of absence. And this leave of absence exists in business worlds, but unfortunately it does not exist in lands. The different classes of memberships, you have at large, you have, there's several classes of membership that you can apply, but a leave of absence does not apply in landism. And that was one of the most recent challenges we have in persons who want to take from the Lands Club, but don't want to apply for at large status, but want to apply for a leave of absence. And so we've sought legal interview with this because there was one case reference in Germany where a lion asked for a leave of absence and it was granted. But Lions Club International has said since 2017 that loophole has been closed, so there's no such class that exists. And based on the current constitution, there's no leave of absence from the Lions Club. If you want to take leave, you take a leave, you take at large status, or you can apply for one of the other membership classes that satisfy your needs at the given time. But never mind, it's a learning in progress, and that's what we're here for. So we have now expanded the legal team so Lindell is not burdened with all the inputs, and he now has more support team that can help him through the process. Those are my two. Any other businesses? Any other business from the floor? From the virtual audience? Wonderful. Lions, I now go to item 21B. I think that's by my district governor's privilege, and that's presentations. We had such a wonderful workshop yesterday afternoon that it would be remiss of me. Sorry, my cab sec is telling me something. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm being corrected by my cab sec protocol. But I will take district governor's pleasure as having the final word. So as I was saying, yesterday went very well and we had wonderful presentations. And I think it would be remiss of us not to recognize the persons who presented. And so we would like to offer certificates of appreciations to the various persons who presented yesterday. And I will call their names, but pretty much the certificates are very much the same. And I will take the pleasure of just probably sharing my screen to show you one of the said certificates. Oh, you want to share? You share? I can move. You share. Okay. I'm so used to doing things by myself. My cab sec is reminding me that she's my extension. So as you can see, the certificate reads, Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is presented to Dr. Pamela Proverbs for your participation as moderator in the membership and LCIF workshop of District 60B First Cabinet meeting. And this certificate will also be extended to Malcolm, who was one of the moderators, the presenters in the first workshop. We had Gina Barnes. We had Dave Scarlett. We had Siobhan in the second presentation. That was a well done presentation, Siobhan, well done. We then had Allen, our first vice district governor, taking a lot of heat in his presentation yesterday, but well done, well received. And that was run and moderated none other by our Leo Fabian Maxwell. Very good moderating and very good town hall meeting by the Leo team. We also had wonderful support by our IT team, and that's the IT team across the district. Stop share. Share screen. Okay. My CAPSET is telling me that my shared screen is not working, and the next time I decide to do things on my own, I need to consult with her first. I stand corrected. The certificate of appreciation for the IT committee. So the IT committee yesterday, thank you very much for your support. Since I've already been scolded, I will go ahead and say to the IT team locally here at this in-house meeting, thank you very much for your support. I will not show you your certificate, but very much it is here. No more scolding for the district governor. I am in charge. So yes, CAPSET, yes. So I think I have concluded all of the presentation of certificates. Lions, we now go on to item 22 of the agenda, and that is tail twisting. So those of you online, you will escape at this moment, but those who are here in this building will not be so lucky. Lion Leroy, I invite you to take the podium. Right, because I have
Thanks, Suzanne. Hey, listen, Nigel, you don't want any money? Come up front here. $2 is the tail twisting fine. $2. Come, Tanisha, take from that side. Nigel, you come this side.
I have money somewhere.
Quick, fair. You need to learn the district governor's song, and you should have been quick on the draw with that. It should be on the tips of your tongue. $2 quickly. Those persons on line, I'm not forgetting you. When we come to the region meeting and all other meetings, I will have the fines there for you. You're not escaping. Right. IT team, please pay for your IT problems. I was made to understand that you started late. I wasn't here, but I will pay my late fee. IT team, both of you all up here, you don't want any money? One side and one the next side, right? And district governor, I'm only seeing 2 presidents. There are 9 clubs on the island. 2 from 97. So I want the district governor, the RC, the ZC secretary, the communication specialist you will pay, and I Norma, Sergeant of Arms. All of you, you should make sure that all the presidents are here for this meeting in person. Like Norma, Nigella up here. Up here. District governor, region chairperson.
Yes, we will pay, but
CAPSET.
we will have a special meeting with those absent presidents as well.
Right, zone chair. Pay. There's something called niggeritis. It's a state of laziness or sleepiness that follows the consumption of a large meal. I'm wondering if it is the heat. It was very cool down there. Or if it is a large meal. Lions Gloria Bryan. Mariella. Nigel. Was it the consumption of a large meal? You had a big Sunday meal, or is it the heat? And as I said, I was sitting right there, and I combination pay. You might pay 2 fines for the combination. Right. I also want to say I counted 10 fans on the wall, so we should not be hot. Lions, I felt so sorry for my past district governor, like Maureen Graham, Progressive, Melvin Jones fellow. And I was like, almost up to the thing. He has a very strong right hand. I timed my friend. I believe when I was writing, she realized I was writing and decided to stop and watch me. I watched my friend like Maureen. And the fan is very pretty. And I was wondering if she's getting air because I'm doing the same motion and I'm getting none. So like Maureen, please pay.
A different temperature age.
It seems so. Like Shonda Ford, Progressive Melvin Jones, my friend. What is a tall order? Is it program or the work? Which one is the tall order? The combination. Well, it was a great program. It is a great program, good presentation. It shows for accountability and transparency when we get to the end, when the time comes. Then nobody can say there was any favoritism. And I want to say here now, it's not the weight that bears you down, it's the way you carry it. So like Shonda, great presentation, pay. Like Hazian in the back, my friend, bedecked with glasses matching the outfit. I don't know what color it is, like leopard skin glasses.
Better come forward.
Always bedecked. Now, Stephanie, I am making sure that when I come to my meeting at the East Club, that you pay. Congratulations on your elevation. Leo, Tanisha, thank you for collecting. But I realize you're the only person here representing the Leos. So I want to thank you for your attendance and putting a little something in your pocket. Right. My partner in crime and I had a plan. On arrival, the plan seemed to have gone through the editors. I want my partner in crime to just pay and don't explain. Partner in crime, talking to Nicola. We had a plan. The plan went through the editors as on my arrival. So please play. Latecomers, all of you stand and pay. Happy you made it. Like Steve, like in the back there. Thank you. Like Tanisha, the back there. Like past Council Chair, Owen, Springer, Melvin Jones, fellow. Well done. I know, sir, that you love me a lot, but you had my washcloth soaking wet and the hand towel wet, and then I couldn't find the tissue, so I had to go outside. I know you love me. Please pay. Thanks, Haldine, Dwayne, Hazian, Andrea, and the welcome team from the South Club. Thank you, Lions, for the refreshments that we're going to have at the end and the camaraderie. Lion Haldine. Please pay, Lion Wayne. You better pay for everybody because I ain't seeing the others. Right, Lion District Governor, get out your money. I want your CAPSEC to start tallying and adding up. Alpha Club, you need them and they need you. You are in charge, that is two. There's an old adage that says, you can carry a cow to the pond, but you can't make it drink. Well, if all of you in the meeting, virtual and present, don't drink from the pond, after that passionate, intense, fervent plea, emotional, using the hands and the eyes, and that fiery expression of thoughts and feelings for this Linistic year and beyond, well, it means that we ain't thirsty. We don't have a heart of a lion. So Lion District Governor, that's number 3. I hope you have money in your pocket.
I still have some left.
Right. Lions, the meeting was great. And I want all of you in here standing to put in $2 for a great meeting. And District Governor, distinguished Lions, Leo leaders, Leos and Lions, thank you kindly.
Thank you very much, Lanny Roy. Thank you, thank you. Lions, we're now item number 23, place date of the next cabinet meeting. We will invite the Lions president from Tortola to grace us. Lion Daffodil.
Thank you, District Governor. District Governor, our distinguished members at our head table and in our virtual audience, our Lions and Leos across our sub-district, good afternoon. Lions Club of Tortola is very excited to host our second cabinet meeting for the 2023-2024 Lion Year, right here on our beautiful Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. Now, the scheduled date for the meeting is November 19th, 2023, and we're very much looking forward to seeing all of our Lions and Leos from across our sub-district right here on Tortola, exploring our islands and fellowshipping together. Registration will be shared in September, and please register early. So thank you, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much. You didn't say the registration cost. Will that be coming shortly?
Yes, all details will follow shortly within the month of September.
Thank you very much, Lion Daffodil.
You're welcome, Nick.
Lions, we've had a wonderful evening and we're almost at the finishing line. I would like to thank you for being wonderful audience this afternoon, both physical and virtual. I thank you for your interactions over the weekend. And now as we come on the home stretch, I will turn the meeting over to our second Vice District Governor, Lion Judy King. Lion Judy.
Thank you, Lion District Governor. First, let me apologize for the fact that my video is not working. There is a photograph that I think you'll be seeing, and although it doesn't give me justice, you would have liked to see me in person, I'm sure.
Of course.
It will have to work for today. I'm very sorry. Lion District Governor Carlisle, other distinguished Lions at the head table and in the virtual space, honored guests, Leos and my fellow Lions. Now that we're almost at the end of this first cabinet meeting, it is indeed my distinct pleasure to propose the vote of thanks. Whatever your expectations were at the start of this meeting, I am sure you will agree that the time was well spent as we were informed, entertained, and had a wonderful opportunity to fellowship with our Lions family. The American writer Tony Robbins said, "If we trade our expectations for appreciation, the world changes." So I invite you now to put on your attitude of gratitude and so change the world. As together we express heartfelt thanks to each of the participants on today's agenda for your invaluable contribution in making the meeting a success. Special thanks to Lion Shonda for sharing with us important information on the district rewards and the recognition program. How could I not mention the tribute to Lion Tracy? It was respectfully done and truly honored a lion who was loved by those who truly knew him. Commendations to the team that prepared it and for Lion Owen Springer for his fine presentation. Thanks to the IT team in Barbados and in IT District and the IT District Commission for an efficient production. The Lions Club of Barbados South must be thanked for hosting our District Governor, Dr. Carlisle, and his team in fine style. However, let me hasten to add that there is a hint of jealousy from those of us who are not at the Cuthbert Pilgrim Memorial Hall. but we are sure in a short time we will correct that, as this time it appears to be favoritism. Dr. Lion Carlisle, I'm sorry, Lion Dr. Carlisle, we thank you sincerely for so effectively conducting today's meeting, your decisive leadership, and your passionate dedication to Lionism. And thanks to each Lion and Leo present for your attendance today and for your continued support and hard work as we continue to fly the flag of Lionism high in District 60B. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Lion Judy. Lions and Leos, it has been a wonderful evening. And I thank you for your endurance to the end. And I thank you for your participation and your support over this weekend. Special thanks again to Lions Club of Barbados South for facilitating this cabinet meeting. We thank you for your time. We know we stress you out a little bit, but that's all part of the game. It makes you stronger at the end. But we thank you for having met the task and fulfilling the jurisdiction that you were given to fill. Lions, we cannot be who we are without each other. And so I am so proud to be here, your district governor, and I want to personally thank each one of you for your contribution to this successful meeting. I now turn to item 25, which is a district governor's song, and that will be immediately followed by adjournment. So let us stand, stretch our legs a little, shake if you can to the song. IT?
Humanity, honor. We are our brothers keepers indeed. Disaster, illness, and people in need. Lions always taking the lead. With God's grace, we will succeed. So come together now, fight for a cause. Don't settle now. Make this world better now. Let us show you how. I am because we are heart of a lion, yeah, heart of a lion. I am because we are heart of a lion. Pride with them on the rise, the future is bright. The seniors providing the juniors insight. Teach them the ways and then move aside. A new generation emerging, strong and determined. You can't deter them. Everyday lessons I'm learning. Success is certain. I am because we are. I am because we are heart of a lion. I am because we are. I am because we are. We are heart of a lion, yeah, heart of a lion. I am because we are heart of a lion, yeah, heart of a lion. I am because we are heart of a lion, yeah, heart of a lion. I am because we are heart of a lion, yeah, heart of a lion.
Lions, Leos, 2 hours, 15 minutes later, This meeting now stands adjourned. Thank you.